Yeah.
How is it that you spelled jurisdiction right, but you get oath wrong? Oath has 12 less letters,
Yeah.
and you spelled jurisdiction right and oath wrong.
Because maybe I'm just not getting challenged.
Oh, man.
I'm going to challenge your face in about 2 seconds. Dominic Fariello is going to come in here in a minute. He is our attorney. If you have a question for him, 727-579-1025 or 1-800-771-1025. But before we get Dom, let's talk to Spanish. Spanish, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm sure that you heard it as well, the promo for the Fisher Show.
I did. I heard a little bit of it, and then I immediately threw my headphones on and popped on my...
Sounds like he was in a bowling alley.
He wanted Black Sabbath tickets, and I told him, okay, come in, and he couldn't come in today because he had to go to 311. So
yeah,
maybe Big Rig will give him to you. Dominic Fariello, it's a very nice tie you have on.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Brand new tie.
Welcome to the show.
The courthouse knows when I have new ties. It's very loud.
That's nice. That's not loud. It's a subtle tie. It's a little
blue.
shiny.
Yeah.
And, oh, wait a second. Dude, pick it, lift it up again.
It does,
it has that effect.
Yeah.
When you move it. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
It does bring out my
glossy.
eyes, doesn't it?
You could catch a northern pike with that tie.
You guys missed me last week. Look at y'all excited to see your attorney.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I didn't miss you because we spent a good dinner time together.
Yes, we did.
That we spent quality time together after we did not win the poker tournament.
Yes.
That worked out well.
We always have a good time when we do that. Either win or lose, as long as you don't leave early. When you run out, I got to chase you down.
When we start losing at the poker tournament, this is what Dom did last week. He's out and I have like one chip left. Picks up his phone. Council Oak, this is Cowhead. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I need a table for 4, and just hangs up.
That's awesome.
Then I get there and they're like, your table's right.
Yeah.
Like,
They know my voice associated with Cowhead. I do it. I call Malios. We don't have any availability. This is Cowhead.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, sir. And then I come in, and then they haven't made the connection yet. I get away with this all over the place. I got the first spot at the courthouse. Cowhead.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You should try it, Spanish.
I wish to God Malios was still there on Dale Mabry.
The original Malios.
Oh, there's nothing like it,
That
man.
was the best.
That really was the bad. Not that the new place isn't bad at all. It's so far out of my daily life. Like, in a way, I'm kind of glad maybe it's not there because I'd probably go there every day. I'd be broke and fatter. But that, as far as steaks go and great food, that Malio's downtown is good. Just don't let anybody drive your car.
I was waiting for it. He was going to say
I was genuinely talking just about the food. If you have a question for Dominic Fariello, get on the phone lines now, 727-579-1025 or 1-800-771-1025. Let's go right to Brian. Brian, you are on with Ask the Dom. What do you got, Brian?
Yeah, I was wondering what jurisdiction the courts work under.
Well, you're talking about the 2nd District Court of Appeal, or you're talking about Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco County? I don't know what specific.
Yeah, Pasco County.
Okay, I believe they're in this. I believe they're in the 2nd District Court of Appeal. If you're talking about appellate's court, but if you're not, I don't know. You have different jurisdictions. For example, small claims, county court, circuit court, criminal, civil.
What are you asking about,
sir?
It's
a very broad question.
Well, someone was telling me that we're actually being tried when we go in under a military tribunal, and we're representing ourselves as corporate entities when our names are all in capital letters, and they're not trying us as people. That's why they got the flag with the yellow fringes around. We're supposed to try it under common law.
Someone has smoked a lot of pot, and they got all crazy on the conspiracies.
Well, the minute he said military tribunal, now you're going to be in federal jurisdiction or military tribunal in federal court, for the government. So I mean, that's such a broad question, and I'm answering it broadly because you could be in several different jurisdictions just depending on whatever it is you're talking about.
All right.
Don't worry, we'll send a drone over to you if you have any more questions.
What's your address?
Ask directly into the light.
Galvin, get his address, sir.
Terry, you're on with Ask the Dom. What do you got, Terry?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, sir.
Basically, long story short, I'm being charged with felon in possession of a firearm because I went to prison a few years ago for a year and a day, and now I got out. A few years went by, and I relapsed on drugs, and they're trying to hit me with felon in possession of a firearm because I pawned a shotgun.
When did you pawn the shotgun?
About 3 months ago.
To buy the drugs?
Allegedly.
Yes.
Okay.
Allegedly, yes.
All right. And
I mean, but it's like cut and dry though, because they got my fingerprints, and allegedly they got my fingerprints and me on videotape, the pawnbroker, the shotgun, everything is cut and dry.
all right. So Dom, let's assume that he did pawn the shotgun. What does that mean for him?
3 years.
Yeah. You have minimum mandatory sanctions or sentencing. There could be.
You couldn't appeal a judge and go,
Well,
look, I had to pay. I mean, obviously we'd be lying, but I had to pay for my kid's thing, and we sold a shotgun to make some money, and
Here's the best way to answer this question, and I don't know if he has an attorney, a private, or a public defender, but
Well, that's my question, because I have a public defender, and I'm trying to get an attorney, but I'm trying to come up with the money.
sell a shotgun.
The depositions are coming up tomorrow.
Oh.
And my attorney that I'm trying to retain is saying, don't let these depositions happen, because we will do a better job of doing the depositions, and we can get you off, or we can walk you on this charge for some sort of intransient possession of a shotgun, like the same thing that if I were a criminal, or if I were some guy and walking down the street and I find a gun on the side of the road and I take the gun to the authorities, like a temporary possession is different than me being in possession of a firearm. But my public defender won't stop the depositions, and I'm trying to tell her to stop it, and she won't do it.
Well, here's the problem with trying to stop depositions within 24 hours. You have a fee issue with that. You have subpoenas that went out for folks to show up to lawfully sit for a deposition. Whether it's law enforcement officers or private individual witnesses, I don't know. So it's very difficult.
It's all of the above, yeah.
Right. Well, that's the problem. To cancel a form of discovery where folks have been subpoenaed within 24 hours is very difficult to do. So it's nothing against the public
within
defender.
24 hours. I told her on Monday. I was like, don't do this. Which is yesterday. But,
Yesterday.
You know what I'm saying?
Was it 24 hours? Is yesterday.
Yeah. So
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, so you got to understand, the attorneys that you have right now, I think are going to move forward with the discovery to the best that they can. And then you can get attorneys after that. I mean, you don't have to have private counsel before a depo. You can certainly have them after. And if they are allowed, they might be able to redepose them. I just don't know what to advise because you've waited so long because of the financial factor. I mean, I don't know if it's your fault, but there's something that I can't solve all of the problems on the air.
Yeah. Good luck to you, dude, because it sounds like you're screwed. No, I'm being serious. I mean, to also teach you, stay away from drugs. Never works out.
Yeah.
Never works out good. Matt, you're on the Cowhead Show. You're on with Ask the Dom. Last one before we go to break. What do you got, Matt?
Hi, I work for a board of directors. Now, my president approved my vacation, my paid vacation. In the middle of my vacation, the board of directors changes. Now I have a new president. The new president, when I get back to work, my old president relays the message to me that they're going to be docking my pay for my paid vacation off that the old president approved. Now, the new president's docking my pay. Is there a possible case in that?
Well, it all depends on the bylaws. If the corporate bylaws allow for the committee or the president to do things retroactively or to change things upon the election of a new officer, then you have to abide by the guidelines or the guidelines or the bylaws. That is something you have to read there with your company. So
all right.
Potentially yes, and again, potentially no.
So no possible litigation case on, because I have read the bylaws and there was nothing in the bylaws about that or stating it. However, this new president, within a month, was voted off by it would be the owners of the condominium, and now they voted her off, and they hired the old boss back, who hired me back, but at a lower position.
Well, why don't you have the new boss, who was the old boss, reorder?
It's like a Bad Who song.
Yeah, reorder what he ordered initially when you went on vacation the first time.
Yeah.
And that then solves the problem. That's what we call it legally a loop-de-loop.
I know. Well, I really appreciate it.
Or a reverse Zabida. All right, good luck to you, sir.
My wife is going to scream, what the hell, illegal loop? What the hell is that?
Yeah, Your Honor, I'd like to present the loop-de-loop case, San Francisco in 1975.
But it did blend with the caller because you're literally looping right back around to where you started.
That was very confusing, I got to be honest. I had no idea what was going on.
Well, I think that's why I'm here.
Listen, we got people on hold. We got another break. Let me take a quick break to do some commercials. When we come back, we'll get to more phone calls. Couple lines open, 727-579-1025 or 1-800-771-1025. Your chance to speak to our attorney, Dominic Fariello, next.
Get ready to.
Hi, this is Brian Johnson from AC/DC, and you're listening to the Cowhead Show on 102.5 The Bone.
Welcome back to the Cowhead Show. Dominic Fariello is our attorney. You can find him online at askthedom.com or call his office 813-251-5550. Has represented celebrities such as Medicine Man before. I got phone calls and tweets this week that Medicine Man was seen carrying not one but two televisions on his bike that he picked up out of the garbage somewhere.
That's not one but two crimes.
I don't know what he. Well, I don't know. I don't know what he does with them or what. But
by the way, Spanish, I'm handing you a contract that is a waiver release for your girlfriend to sign.
Why?
finish con.
Yeah. So
Damn it.
she signs that. You can tie her up. You can do a variety of different things.
Oh, I'm going to do that anyways.
Yes, but sign it as your lawyer. Or
Yeah.
have her sign it.
That's smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sign it in blood.
Remember, I told you that chick wanted me to choke her out, and I was
That's
afraid
true.
she was gonna go
That's
to the
very
cops and
true.
say I tried to rape her.
It's my nightmare.
I'd be like, look, she signed this.
So this is a waiver consent. And
That I can
then
hit her?
You got to have a safe word, though. You got to have a safe
Okay.
word. Can you hit her? Well, hitting is defined in there. There's light patting.
Yeah.
There's soft caressing.
Make her safe word a word she can't say.
Yes.
Or
Make
with
it
an X.
loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop.
Loop-de-loop.
That is the word of the day.
There is on Fox 13 right now. They're at some sort of reptile camp, and this kid is holding a snake, and the snake's head is poised right at his. I hope to God he bites him on the jugular. I don't know what kind of snake it is. There's a giant lizard. I live to see one of these moments live where the animal just start. Ooh, the girl just dropped an animal.
But
There's a
clearly
girl.
that snake's not going to bite that guy. He's got a bandana and some sort of tooth
necklace.
Yeah. So.
He's not going to bite poor man's art man.
This is why there's lawyers, right?
Yeah.
Right here. Right here.
He'll bite him right on the ding ding.
Why? Because
all
if we
right.
hope something and it happens, could we be sued?
well, that's the insurance coverage for the company.
Wow.
That's where that's how I see things. Is that horrible?
Did you see this?
Yes, sir. What you
The house flipping is back happening, and Tampa is one of the markets where people are making money off of flipping houses again. This is our time to strike. We need to put our funds together and buy some houses.
Well,
You and Di Pasquale, we need to start some sort of conglomerate and buy some houses and flip them.
I think that in certain areas,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's more complexes or duplexes, apartments, condos that are converted, but yeah, I think in certain type of structures.
I have the name for your company.
Oh, God.
I got your house right here.
Flip
Realty.
this. Flip this.
Gotcha. I forget about
Carmen, real quick before I get to these, so you have any idea what the guy in line 2 is calling about?
Lemon law.
What is a lemon law?
So confident.
I think something about like houses or something.
Yeah.
Or no, cars. Selling of cars.
What does it mean?
Lemon law.
That's what you answer? You just repeat what I said?
What? No.
What is a lemon law?
Yeah.
How does that get invoked?
And is fruit involved?
Oh, well, because a lot of cars inside smell like lemons, but when you sell them, if you lie about something or anything like that, it's against the law. You can't fake or whatever.
What does that have to do with the car's scent?
That's just why they named it lemon law.
Oh,
I don't know.
because
They were
cars smell
running.
like lemons?
They were running out of names for stuff, but
Uh-huh.
that's just the law. But that's what it is. It's when you sell a car, and if you lie about anything that's wrong with the car,
Mm-hmm.
then you can get
Should have got a Carfax.
She's good. The only problem is it only relates to cars that are yellow.
That's right.
She didn't catch that. I'm very disappointed.
Rick, you're on with Ask the Dom. Tell me about your lemon law.
Here, that was wild. Okay, thanks, Connor. I bought a car from a advertiser who advertises on your program. It's her 25th anniversary tomorrow. Okay, it's a 2008 Cadillac.
Okay.
I had the bumper fixed. It had to have the bumper fixed. They said, "We'll get it send it out to a not their shop, but somebody else." We get the car back, and it has spots. I mean, the next day it's clean. It looks nice. The next day it looks like a leopard, and it's dark gray. And I take it back Saturday. They clean it, and it looks nice. Sunday, it looks the same way it did before.
All right, so you got a problem with that bumper. They won't replace it?
No, it's like a spots, Cowhead everywhere on the deck lid, on the roof, on the hood.
Oh, on the entire car.
Something. Yeah, it's like something just keeps bleeding through. And I said, wherever you sent it, you guys, I don't know what happened, man, but they've got something all over the car. I don't know if it's compound. I don't know if it's paint. But every day it just bleeds through, and it just dots everywhere. And we've cleaned this car like 7 times. And it's a Cadillac, man. It's my wife's. I bought it for her.
I get it. It's. I wouldn't think, Dom, that's the lemon law because the car's operable, but they definitely didn't get what they paid for.
Well, how long have you owned the car?
Just a month.
Okay, so
less than a month.
You've had the car for a month. You haven't had a problem. You send it to these folks. All of a sudden now the car has some problems with the appearance, the aesthetic look
like
of
a
the car,
leopard.
the paint.
Right, exactly.
I agree with Cal. I don't know if that's a lemon law per se. It might have been something the folks did to the vehicle.
I got a bumper-to-bumper warranty.
All right.
And I've called the general manager, and he goes, "Oh man, that's terrible. We got to talk to somebody that did the work." And I said, "Well, call me back, and I'll bring it back to you guys." And they don't seem to want to do anything. They don't want to call us back.
Well, of course not.
And
I mean, they're going to have to pay potentially to perhaps repaint the car. But again, I don't know if the folks did something to it, why it was there to get the bumper fixed, or if there was some type of inherent flaw, or if the car had been repainted before. I mean, you said it's an 08. That's not a very old car. But we need more information. There is an attorney in my office that does do lemon law. Dave does that at the office. And
I just don't want to see her driving around with a car that looks like a leopard.
Yeah, especially if you paid for a Cadillac.
But the car must be yellow.
Right.
The car must be yellow for the lemon law.
It's gray.
It doesn't qualify.
Call the office, sir. 813-251-5550, and let Dave take care of it. Who the hell is Dave? Where did he come from?
Dave Parrott. You guys, you've met him before. I think he fell off the boat one year on the cruise.
Oh.
And then, Galvin, please put a disclaimer out there that I am joking. Lemon law does not limit cars to be the color yellow.
No. Also
Lime.
canary or antique white.
Correct. Thank you very much. Thank you, Galvin.
Last call. Let's talk to Brandon. You're on with Ask the Dom. What do you got, Brandon?
Yes, sir. Hi, Dom. How are you?
Hi, sir. How are you?
Great. Hey, my question is regarding a domestic battery charge I received back in '06. It was basically a bogus thing. The cop wanted my girlfriend, and that's how he had it,
He had a hots for your chick, so he trumped up a charge of you hitting her?
You got it. That's how it worked
like that
out.
Ray Liotta, Kurt Russell movie.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Now, up in West Virginia, they told me that I'm not allowed to
Date your sister.
own, possess, or be in any way involved with weapons from that point on. Even though it's not a felony, they said I'm not allowed to have any weapons, so I had to get rid of all my guns. Now, I don't know where the truth is in that or not, but I have a possibility of a great job being a military veteran of where they're offering me work on assembling AR-15s and so forth and so on.
No way.
At a job site.
As a character witness, I'm going to say this man should not be assembling weapons. Right? I could tell you got a little psycho to your voice, sir.
You can tell what?
You got a little psycho to your voice. I can just tell. How do you? Here's the deal. If they tell you, okay, when you say they told you couldn't carry guns, who is that?
Oh, the judge told me.
Like
straight out.
in
right
court,
there.
he said, and you can't have any guns. How come you didn't go? Why? It's not a felony, sir. And I'm a military guy.
That's what they said. They said, in your present job, do you carry a weapon? I said, not at the moment, but we're about to. And she says to me, you're not allowed to have weapons anymore. You have to turn over your weapons. Now, domestic is a misdemeanor. Now, why they take your weapons from you, I don't know, especially if there wasn't a weapon used.
Dom, do you have any insight to that?
The problem is this caller is asking me a legal question in a state for which I'm not licensed.
West Virginia.
So what I would suggest to you, and I don't mean to dodge the question. I mean, you guys know me. I like to answer questions.
Sure.
That's why I do the show. But I don't know the law in West Virginia. If you had an attorney back in 2006 where you executed the plea, my suggestion is you contact that attorney and ask them if they can assist you, and perhaps they can file a motion before the court that can allow you to get your weapons back, especially if it's for work purposes. I don't know why the state does it that way. I've never heard of it. It seems odd that it's a misdemeanor and you would have to lose your weapons because of the level of the charge, but I don't know.
And send an email because you're not very good on the phone. One more. Ray, it says you had a manicure that went wrong.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Cowhead, love your show.
Thank you, Ray.
Listen, my wife, her and my daughter went to a local manicure straight here in Tampa.
Right.
And as she has the manicure get done, one of the specialists there, they had, I don't know how they do it, how they explain it, but they poked her finger, pushing the cuticle up.
Ooh.
And it was bothering her for like a week and a half, until it started getting really red and pussing up, where she went to the doctor, and the doctor said that if she had waited another day, that she would have been in the hospital on an IV, and he had to lance the wound around her index finger on her right hand and drain the pus. Yeah, man. And it was infected, and he put her on an antibiotic.
All right, so wait, hold on, sir, because we're running out of time. So there you go. They obviously carelessly hurt his daughter. What can he do?
I have a case just like this at the office.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was a matter with a pedicure with the foot.
Oh.
I'm talking about the case that I have currently.
Yeah.
I think this caller's talking about his missus with the hand. And what potentially is a premise liability negligence case of possibly having unsterile or unsanitized equipment that caused an infection and an adverse response.
Gross. You got to call the office, sir.
Yeah, and you know what? He had given her an antibiotic, and we thought it was getting better, and she was soaking it in Epsom salts and warm water, and it still didn't get better. And like a week and a half later after that, she had to go back again, and he had to put her on a stronger antibiotic.
Yeah, next thing you know, bugs are going to crawl out of it. Call Dom's office tomorrow and let him take care of it for you, sir. You got the number?
No, I don't.
Get a pen. I can give it to you right now. 813-251-5550. Next thing you know, here's how it starts. Dom goes to investigate. He finds out that they got faulty sterilization equipment. And the next thing you know, there's human trafficking involved.
Yeah, hey,
we
you know what,
bust the whole
Cowhead?
ring. Yes.
Man, we got pictures. My son went with her of where they lanced it and the blood that's coming out.
You're grossing me out, sir. I'm about to go home and eat lasagna. I don't want to hear this anymore.
I'm not grossed out by any of this. This is
Call your lawyer. Call Dom. You can tell him all the gross stuff. Thank you, sir.
I can bring you pictures of surgeries and stuff, Cal.
Look, Dom, we not trained correctly. What do you want from me? There's a lot of that.
I can't wait for that deposition.
What did you expect for an $8 manicure? No, hey, listen.
It was oozing and pussing. It was like yellow liquid that was coming out. I was thinking about using a lemon law.
Is that Napoleon Dynamite? That's what it sounds like.
They scraped our talons.
There it is.
If you didn't get through today, 813-251-5550, or you can always check them out online at askthedom.com. Dom, thank you.
Thank you, guys. I missed you last week.
We're here. We're here now. Hey, by the way, August 9th, that's the next time we're going back to the Hard Rock for the big, we'll play poker on August 8th. And then August 9th, we got to go back for the First Responders event.
Well, and I've been out of the office a lot, so I haven't been here. I know I was on vacation. I know that I got the baby coming. I know I went to the Miami Heat, so I know I've sent people in my my absence. I have to apologize. I'm sending Paulie. I'm sending Armando. It's not me. I miss you in that respect because I got to focus. I got to regroup, and I'm focused. I'm
Maybe
back.
Dave can come in.
I don't know who Dave is.
You guys have a great night. Spice is up next. Check us out, facebook.com/The Cowhead Show.